Hey everybody, it's Friday, the 12th of August, 12th of September. It's about 10:30 in the morning. This week, what happened? So I did some suit fitting. I went the tailors. They had the initial outline of my suit. I'll add the video here of what it looks like. So it's all it's still stitched up, and it's still in its raw form. They had to put the sleeves on and to measure everything, and it's a nice looking suit. They're still asking me details. Should we make it longer? They're Indians, so the Indians tailors tend to wear things very, very thin. I mean, they're very thin people for the most part, but they wear them very thin and form-fitting, and I hate that. I need some room, and I had some tailor-made pants made many years ago when I was in Thailand 15 years ago, and when I sit down it just right straight up my crotch and cut my balls in half. They just make them so tight when you're standing that you look okay, but there's no give when you sit. So we were working on that. It was a little too tight around the waist, around the thighs. I think the jacket and the shirt might be okay. The shirt's not as long as I would like. I think it needs to be longer because if I lift my arm up, it pulls out. But they need to work on my butt. I have a big ass and thighs, and they need to work on that area, widening it a little. But it looks good, and I was just thinking, oh man, I'm spending 15,000 baht. It's roughly $400 or $500 for a tailor-made suit for like one event. And well, maybe I'll need a suit later, but maybe it won't fit me for one. And what if this is actually the last time I'm wearing it? I'm all this trouble just for this, And then I was just thinking today, you pay for experiences, right? I listen to a lot of minimalism videos, and you pay for experiences. You go on holiday, and then when you come home, it's over. The money's gone. That's it. I have to remember, I am paying for an experience right now. This wedding is a very big deal for my wife and me. I didn't need it to the extent as big as it's becoming. It's not becoming big, but I didn't need it to be like this. It didn't need to be this expensive and this nice for me. I wanted something very small, ceremonial, couple people in front of God, my family watching me on YouTube if they were going to watch, and a couple of her friends. But this is going to be bigger. Her friends and the coordinator are making it a little more bigger. So it's costing more than I would have liked. But I'm paying for an experience, a once in a lifetime experience for her. She's 45, never married. I'm 56. I'll be 56, never married. She'll be 46. And enjoy it. I'm like, that's what I'm paying for. If I never wear this suit again, it will probably sit in my closet for a year or two. I'm even thinking having it taken out before, right after the wedding, because right now it's very slim looking. It looks good, and it's going to make me look good. It makes me look thinner than I am. But I'm paying for the experience. I'm paying to look nice at a very special event. And if I just listened to the video today from the Minimalists talking about this very thing. A guy said he had a tailor-made suit made, $2,500 or $3,500 suit he had made special for his wedding, and it's sitting in his closet for 2 years now. He wants to get rid of it, but his wife doesn't want. That's the suit you got married in. And keep it for what? What do you want to keep it for? You might wear it again. He said it doesn't fit him anymore. He's smaller. He lost weight. Good for him. But in most cases, people get bigger. And then I'll never be able to wear it again. But they said it was the experience. You paid for the experience. You basically paid for that event. And it was a very special event. You have the pictures. You don't need the suit anymore. Get rid of it if you don't think you need it anymore. So before I go too long into that, I think it was an excellent point. You know, if we went to Bali and we didn't really like it, and the money's gone. It was a fairly expensive honeymoon, and we hardly enjoyed it at all. Bali was disgusting. The people were great. The food was nice, but the beaches were awful. The streets were awful. The traffic was awful. I'll never go back there again. But the money is gone, and we didn't even have a great experience. So why don't I try to spend the money on making this a very good experience, and this just changed everything in my mind. That's what I'm paying for, and this is for my wife. So that was a good thing. I'll show some of the video of getting my fitting, but it is nice to get something fitted to your body perfectly. So now I don't have the problem I had with factory suit that I tried on the other week, where, you know, it fits my upper body, but the waist just looks like I'm swimming. I mean, it looks huge, and I'm not that fat around the waist. So this will look a lot better. So I think it's worth it. And they're always busy. They were nice people. I had them make some beach wear out of linen, like 2 beach shirts and the shorts. I gave them the pictures, and it wasn't what I wanted, and I knew they probably wouldn't be able to do it properly, or the way, but according to the picture. And what pissed me off was I said, this isn't really what I wanted. And the guy said, oh, look, it's baggy here. And he kept trying to convince me. And I'm like, look at the picture. It's not the same. But I had a feeling it wouldn't work out that way. Anyway, it still looks nice. They still look nice. And it's not exactly what I wanted. I wouldn't do it again. He asked me if I wanted to buy any more shirts. I'm like, why don't we finish with this one first? I will probably never, ever, ever wear another suit again, except for a wedding or a funeral. And it might not be this one. Do I want to wear my wedding suit for another wedding? Maybe with another tie or something. I don't know. What do you guys do? A quick update on Mad Muscles. So this is my 4th week. I'm still doing it. And I like the workouts, but I went to cancel it. I'm like, I'm not going to pay that 40. You know, I went to my account online, and it's going to be like $40, $39.99 to continue for every month. And I'm like, there's no way I'm paying that. It's not worth that much. And so I canceled it. And when I canceled it, it took me to another page and said, oh, we'll give it to you for $20 a month. And I was like, it made me hesitate. And then I'm like, nope, I'm done with it. Canceled again. Then it took me to $7.99 for a month for the rest of for life. And I'm like, whoa, I really hate that. It's so dishonest. It's so disingenuous. So I'm like, I just got pissed off at that point. You know, I'm like, I can do my own workouts. I can find enough online. I tried it. I liked it. It was okay. And then I canceled it, and it went through. And then what happened? I got an email offering me 99 cents a month. 99 cents a month. It went from $40 down to 99 cents a month. So if you guys are doing Mad Muscles, know the trick. I really hate that. It's so dishonest. I remember signing up for a program before, where you sign up for the program. That's the only thing that's offered. You know, it looks like the single program, and then they have these upgrades. Oh, for $20 more, you can have this added bonus. And then it does it again. You add that on, and then for $40 more, you can have this added bonus. And then for $50, $20 more, you can have this bonus. And so before you know it, something you signed up for $20 ends up being like almost $100 a month. And I fell for that before, and I'm like, I don't do that anymore. So just be aware of the Mad Muscles. 99 cents. Just cancel all of it, and then you'll get an email saying, do you want to keep it for 99 cents? I'm like, for 99 cents, I could deal with that. At least for now. At some point, I'll probably cancel it. But I think for now, because my gym is so limited, because my time is so limited, I like the workouts because they're intense and they keep me focused. But when I go back to Laos and we join a real gym, I definitely won't need it anymore. I have my own routine. I have my own I have my own, I have time, and I'll have a big gym. So I won't really need that forced focused workouts anymore. So that was Mad Muscles update. This week in finance news, so I do follow finance. So Oracle, or the ticker symbol ORCL, I mean, they made history. Within an hour, after stock market hours, they went up $250 billion in capital value. $250 billion, they made history. And it was for the backlog of work that they have. People weren't expecting them to have this much work, like in the future. They have a surplus of work that they can't keep up with the demand. $250 billion in like minutes. So this guy, Larry Ellison, briefly became the richest man in the world. He passed Elon Musk. I find this very fascinating. He might still pass him, but can you imagine your net worth increases by 250 billion. It didn't go up to 250 billion. It increased by that amount, 250 billion. That's insane. I don't, the money that people have, I just, no, they're controlling the world. They really are. The Bill Gates and the Tim Cooks and the Elon Musk, they're controlling the world with this kind of money. That's insane. But it's interesting to watch history be made there. Oh, so yeah, the stock market's at all-time highs. My portfolio just keeps climbing. AI is just still not dead. I mean, there's another 2-3 years of AI, I think, boom, coming, and then it will just move into another phase. It's insane what's going to be changing. It helps me feel you don't know how long it's going to last, and at one point this is going to the market's going to crash. At one point, could be next year, could be next week, could be a couple years from now. But so far, it doesn't look like it. They're printing money. The dollar is being devalued. The U.S. dollar is weakening across the board. People are losing faith in the U.S. dollar, and they just keep printing money. So people need to guard against inflation. So inflation came out this week. It's steady. There was virtually no change. So the market is expecting, and people are expecting, that the Federal Reserve on the 17th of September will lower interest rates by at least 0.25%. And if it's more, the markets are going to react. And usually that sends the stock market higher and small caps higher. So interesting, quick news there. And I won't complain about it. And what can I do except try to take advantage of it? Another statistic came out. I just saw that the average debt of an American is $9,000. That's the average. And with some of these videos I watch of people with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, that's not even including the house. I'm like, how does that happen? The only debt I ever had, I never had debt. I worked in school. I worked my loan off. Within a year, I would pay my loan, and then I lived at home after I came back from Peace Corps because I couldn't afford to do anything, and my mom just instilled in me no debt, no debt, no debt. So I paid off my debt, and I was poor for many years because I did it. But thank God, she ingrained that into me. But the only other debt I ever had was when I bought a house as a rental, and that mortgage was basically paid by the renter. I remember when I bought the house, my mom said, "Well, now you've got a mortgage now." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not the schmuck that's paying the rent or paying the mortgage." She laughed. I'm like, "Well, that's the whole point. The renter pays the mortgage." Yeah, there were a couple years where it was uncertain, but for the most part, they paid it. I got some equity out of it. It ended up not being. It was okay. I got I guess I got about a 10% return on the whole thing. Whereas the stock market would have probably been a lot easier to manage and better return. Real estate's not easy. but it was an experiment. And yeah, so, but 9,000 people are people with $9,000 in debt, average. The other thing I saw was, so the total wealth average is in the U.S. is $621,000. That's the average total wealth of the entire population. The medium is only 124,000. So the medium is really the actual number. The average gets skewed by people with an enormous amount of money, you know, like the Jeff Bezos and the Elon Musks and the Larry Ellison, the trillionaires, the billionaires, versus everybody else who most people are in debt. So yeah, you really have to go in the middle, because that's in the medium, because that's the number that's right in the middle. And the medium is like 20% of what the average is. 124,000. I like these statistics. I find them easy. I find them interesting. Yeah, so I just said, on top of the inflation data this year, this week, the CPI came out, or the unemployment rate has gone up, and that's really bad. So you have inflation steady, and the employment rate going up, and that means more people have without jobs, and that means the interest rates are most likely guaranteed to come down. It's like a 90% chance that Jerome Powell will bring the interest rates down. This is what Trump has been pushing for. So I'm going to end it there. This has gone on long now. I'm sure this is this was a long one. I might have to cut this one in half, break it up a little bit. So thanks everybody for joining me. We're at the end of week 15. I need to go do a little bit of work. I'll break this video up, I'm sure. I'll have to do another intro at some point. Make another intro. Take care, everybody. God bless. This is Choice of 20 Down, Chronicles of an Expat going into retirement. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. Only about three months maximum left to go, and I'm ready to go. God bless everybody. Be safe. Be kind to each other, even if you don't like what the other person says. There's no reason for the violence. It's just insane. Just insane for me to see. I cannot believe it. People are so stupid and brainwashed out there. Be smart. And if you have problems like that, go seek. The only help you have is God.